Japanese archery, there's a grip technique so precise that masters say it takes 30 years to perfect. This is Tenouchi, and it's the hidden secret behind every perfect shot. Watch closely as the archer's hand meets the bow. Unlike Western archery, where you grip firmly in the center, Japanese archers hold the bow 1/3 from the bottom, using a method that seems almost impossible. The outer edge of the grip sits flat against the palm, with only the last 3 fingers folding lightly around the right edge. But here's where it gets fascinating. The thumb doesn't just rest, it presses downward, creating what practitioners call the flesh between the Y of the thumb and forefinger, pressing into the bow. The thumb then meets the middle finger on top, with no gap between them. This isn't just holding, it's engineering. The asymmetrical Japanese bow, over 2 meters long, naturally wants to shoot arrows high and to the right because of its shorter lower limb and the arrow's outer placement. The Tenouchi compensates for these forces through pure biomechanics. As the archer draws the bow into daisan, the half-draw position, the grip turns slightly diagonal between the base of the forefinger and the middle joint of the thumb. But the archer isn't moving the bow. The bow is being held under torque, under controlled tension. At full draw, the grip appears nearly square in the hand, the outer surface facing the target. This is the moment where decades of training crystallize into a single point of contact. The critical element, the base of the thumb. This is where all the bow's energy transfers to the arrow. Masters describe it as pushing the bow forward with a stiff base of the thumb while simultaneously drawing the root of the thumb and the root of the little finger together. It creates a slim silhouette, a tightening that channels force with surgical precision. When the string releases, if the Tenouchi is correct, something magical happens. The bow spins naturally in the hand, rotating about 270 degrees in what's called yugaeri. The string travels from the inner left arm to the outer forearm. This isn't showmanship. It's proof that the grip functioned perfectly, that the torque was maintained, that the energy flowed exactly as intended. Beginners invariably shoot high and right. Their arrows betray their grip. Without proper Tenouchi, consistent shooting remains impossible. The hand must maintain contact with the bow from the bottom. The gap between thumb and middle finger must close completely, and the pressure must increase gradually as the draw progresses. One practitioner described the revelation simply. The bow is shot with thumbs. One thumb pushes the bow, the other holds the string. Everything else just aligns the forces along the arrow so there are no deviations. When that critical point at the base of the thumb loosens, energy escapes into the hand, into rotation, into anywhere but the arrow. The Tenouchi isn't learned from books. It requires a qualified instructor and thousands of repetitions. The hand position must remain unchanged from yugaeri, the readying stance, all the way through zanshin, the follow-through. From the elbow to the fingertips, the entire arm becomes the grip. This is why Japanese archery masters speak of seisha seichu, correct shooting, correct hitting. A shot can be perfect even if it misses, as long as the technique was pure. The target is almost secondary. The real target is the perfection of the grip itself, the 30-year journey to understand how flesh, bone, bamboo, and string become one unified system. In Kyudo, they say the arrow exists in the target before its release. With proper Tenouchi, this isn't poetry, it's physics. The grip determines everything, the trajectory, the power, the truth of the shot. Master the Tenouchi, and you don't aim at the target. You simply allow the arrow to arrive where it was always meant to go.